did promise you that I'll be hanging out with a special guest, right? An incredible person who's been doing some great things in Venda and contributing to the entertainment of Venda, right? Because we have people, right, here in Venda who are doing absolutely amazing things. And I thought, you know what better way to start, the year than profiling one of our very own, right? And I think this definitely has to be one of the first few of Venda, like a successful podcast or successful person, like not starting on radio or TV, and you are doing well. Would you agree with me if I say that?
I wouldn't really say I'm the only one.
Yeah.
So,
one of the few.
Yeah, one of the few. Because I've seen some guys before. I was like, where I am right now. So, yeah, nane, this somewhere. I'm in between 2 and 1, and yeah, just the 2 probably. You get what I mean?
I get you. But I feel like a lot of people downplay themselves, right?
Yeah.
Are you being humble or you're being honest?
I feel like it's just me trying to be humble, because I feel like at some point around at the woods at a level in you chill but then if you're humble, you always want to do better than what you are right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I'm saying I'm not the best, definitely then I have to bring my A game as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Most definitely, I love that. But also, I feel like it's about time, right? People own like what they're doing, right? You're doing some great things in Venda, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I love the fact that you're absolutely changing the landscape as well of entertainment. What is entertainment? How should entertainment be like? Hanepa Venda, right?
Yeah.
So I love the job that you guys are doing, and not only do you do that through the podcast, but although through other avenues. I know that you're organizing events and whatnot, which is great things.
It was just one though.
It was just one.
But then there's more coming, definitely.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So before we get on to knowing you better, right, because the reason why I called you here, right, is to try to know you. Who is Kingsley Mudau? Because most of the time right?
Yeah.
So before we get into that, right, I want us to start with a game called This or That. Yeah. So this or that, right? So let me know, movie or
wait,
book.
Do I have to pass any or choose any at some point?
You just have to choose between one.
If I'm tied,
you can't be tied.
Okay, let's do it.
Don't worry, I won't put you on the spot.
2025, new year, new me. I'm choosing my things properly. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, movie or books?
Definitely a movie. I'm not a book guy, eh?
Okay.
I just did books because I had to get a paper.
Yeah. Coffee or tea?
Definitely coffee.
Okay. Coffee I feel like is too heavy on me.
Although my mom is listening now, so I don't drink coffee that much. So now the doctors are,
Okay.
I'm a doctor's guy, by the way.
All right, I hear you. City or countryside?
Definitely countryside.
Okay.
But I love the countryside.
But you're in the city, you're always in the city.
But then I don't want to be there in the future.
Okay.
Or when I'm settled, I want to be on the countryside.
Yeah, and that's how I feel like, because Naposho, the Robonis.
Yeah. Countryside in the Mayan, guys, also, for those who might not know.
Yeah, it's Mayan. iPhone or Android?
Definitely an iPhone. I'll never go back to an Android. This one is just here because I won it.
How did you win it? How did you win that phone?
Oh, I was a top student also, elsewhere. They gave me a phone.
That's good, man.
Yeah, trust me.
We'll talk about that. Sports or music?
Definitely music. Yeah, let's do music.
So,
there's a lot.
Kingsley, ask him to sports. Do you have sports? Do you have any sporting team? Maybe your favorite football team?
Okay, both of them are not doing anything at the moment. It's definitely Kaizer Chiefs, Manchester United. Barcelona is trying on the La Liga side. But then, I'm a sports guy. I do play soccer here and there on Sundays after church, because I do go to church. Just so people know. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. He's a church guy, guys. I met this guy at church, by the way, before the podcast thing. That's how I met him. So
it sounds like you're talking about our first date. Yeah. A church guys.
I mean, he's a church guy. That's
true.
how I knew. Even before you having a podcast and doing amazing
true. I've always been a church guy. I love church, man. Yeah. I love God. No, not church. No, I love both.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Summer or winter?
Definitely winter, bro.
Winter is for the rich. Are you rich?
Not at all. I'm the most broke guy in studio now. Just in studio.
Hey, cats or dogs? Cats or dogs?
Dogs. I love dogs.
Yeah,
I love dogs. It's a very husky.
Yeah, Zimange, ati mini.
Yeah, I heard about that also.
Isn't it?
I don't know, but then I've seen a black cat in my home. then I had to run home, run into the house, definitely, you know. I always assume it's someone looking at me, not just a cat.
Hey, black people, but I think it's just a mentality, man. It's not all of them.
Nah, yeah, trust me, they know what they've done. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, you're still keeping it locked right here on Choice FM. I've got Kingsley Mudau in studio, right? And we don't know him better, right? And I'm just gonna play a song, and after that we'll be finding out already Kingsley Mudau, because most of the time he's asking people who they are. So namusu ukaela other side, right? So keep it locked. You're still keeping it locked right here on Choice FM 101.1. My name is Mufunwa, and we have an amazing guest, Kingsley Mudau, in studio. How are you? Are you still good?
Yeah, now I'll say I'm settled, I'm chill.
You're settled,
yeah,
right?
Remember I was running when I was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I've rested enough. Yeah, so let's do this.
So if you do want to send a message, right, and let us ask a question, if you want to know who is Kingsley Mudau, whatever question that you have, make sure that you send it on the in-studio WhatsApp line. 0828035684 is the in-studio WhatsApp line. So I did ask you a question right off air. Who is Kingsley Mudau? Like, where did you grow up? Like, who were you with? What was happening? Any memories?
What do you mean what was happening when I was born?
What was happening?
Now it sounds like you're asking what was happening when I was born.
No, not when you were born, but as you grow up, what do you remember? What themes do you remember? What music do you remember playing in the background at home? After school, how was your childhood like? Who are you?
Hey, you see, the moment you say after school, now I just remembered this thing that remember we were speaking of cats, and then I was saying, no, I'm too scared of cats and everything.
Sure.
I was actually scared of getting into the house by myself.
When you were young?
Yeah. Up until grade 4, somewhere grade 4. So I'll wait for my mom to come back and then get into the house.
Sure.
So when I was pretty, all those things. So she expected me to do all those things, but then what do you want to was because I was playing out because I didn't want to get inside. Because I think a lot. I just think, what if I go in, then I see dead people in the house, all those things. Yeah. So, but then Kingsley, man,
yeah,
that's the name that most people now are saying they don't know.
I actually call you by Ntanganedzeni.
It's not actually Ntanganedzeni. You fight with this one. Yeah, it's Ntanganedzani, not Ntanganedzeni. Those are two different things.
Okay.
The other one you are requesting. This one is a command, like Ntanganedzani. I'm telling you, accept it as it is.
Sure.
Yeah, so I grew up so to say, and then I grew up Nyana up until grade 4, and then mid grade 4 we moved to where I am right now, Nendi Shushuru. So shout out to that hood. Yeah, got some people and they supporting me here and there a lot. So big ups to that. And then Rodway engaged. I did Chilubi, I did Tikev, I did Tando, I did Vets, I did UJ, and then what else?
Yeah,
nothing much.
Yeah, when you started at when you were still at Swinger, like from what grade? Not almost ranking AGPO.
I think mutu bebwa asna age. Yeah. So at 0 days, 92.
Yeah.
Up until grade 4, I don't know what grade 4 when I'm if I skip a grade R even.
Sure.
So yeah, that's just it. I don't think there's a lot that I can remember except that Nandas attended you to go and swim by the rivers, which is why I can't swim even today.
I mean, parents being parents, right? I guess they were just being overprotective.
But then now look at me. I can't even go to the pool and swim because I never went to the river.
And there you would have learned like proper, like raw.
Yeah,
not enough. If you breathe in it, I mean, raw. It just happens naturally.
Imagine something like that.
So, like, as you reflect now, like maybe that should have been your ideal, kind of like childhood moments.
No, I don't think it should have been, because I don't think I would have been here where I am right now, because I feel like they protected me from a lot of things that I've seen. No, I don't want to use this word, but it's damaging a lot of the young people that I know from back then. Because I do compare myself with those people. Oh, okay, I used to be told to don't do this and this. And then now those who were doing it, when I was told not to do it, where are they now? And then I'm like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. And then I've been protected from quite a lot of things. And I'm so grateful. Yeah. Just that now they can't protect me from anything, man.
Yes.
I'm an old guy.
Yeah. So you went to Vets, right? So did you went to Vets after grade 12? And what did you study at Vets?
I went to Vets. I did mechanical. It was kind of rough. I switched from Vets. Not from Vets. From mechanical to industrial engineering. And then I did industrial. And then now I'm an industrial engineer. A qualified one.
Qualified.
Yeah.
Remember your first days like at Vets?
Yo, those days, bro. I think they were good to me.
First year specifically?
Yeah, first year. It was good because Wits is this culture. Eh? Actually, let me tell the people, because people always assume Wits is these nerds, these people that don't do anything. Bruh, Wits is party animals. Yeah, but then people always thought Wits is those kids when they get 100, get there, study, and pass, and then leave.
Sure.
Those people they're not just smoking, they're drinking, they're doing. Those are party animals of Kuma. So with me, I'll say the culture of Wits that we get from the residences that they have. So they unite us through the initiations that they do to us. Of course, I wouldn't mention them on radio because this is too deep. But then now when you remember all the suffering from there and in first year, and then you're like, yeah, it was worth it, bro. Yeah. Whatever Vets can give me, I can always stand it.
Yeah, because then I have heard a lot of people saying that sometimes academic exclusion is a thing. So I think
with Vets, it's a thing. Eh?
Yeah, it's a grace.
We survived. God was there.
Yeah, most definitely. So during that time, Vets, when
the drinking part,
the partying, were you partying?
Let's focus on the partying. Yeah, I was partying, and I still party. Yeah, I don't wanna lie. 2025 guys, I told you, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I do party. I go to parties. I do post on my status so that people are not amazed when they see, oh, this guy is partying. I'm like, okay, this is who I am, guys. I'm just trying to enjoy life. It's not like you are just gonna be glued to church or whichever thing, books.
So
have time, Jan.
I think I didn't want to speak about this, right? So now you bring the matter of religion now, because what you say, because sometimes they'll say do not be like of the world, right? We need to differentiate you from the world.
Yeah, true.
So how do you view that? What is your opinion around that?
Hey man, you say these religious talks are way too deep for me, even because I wouldn't say, because I know a few people have been called by God, by God, not called. Yeah, so I do try by all means to try and understand what is it that is required from us as human beings who are at church, and then also we're not the called ones. Ne? So we have to try by all means and then party. Yeah, let's call it a party.
Also, after party, party wapedzi.
Yeah, there's music, people are drinking, people are smoking hablis, there's everything, whatever you can imagine. Yeah. I've once seen this other guy on 100. Test, okay, not 100, I'm exaggerating. He was a smart guy. He was there partying. I was like, this is what I mean. Because there's that thing, if you go to parties, you're definitely gonna fail.
Sure, what about balance?
People know how to balance. Yeah, that's what we need in life.
I hear you. Okay, so I want to find out from you, because of time. You see, radio, we don't have time, unlike on podcast where you literally have 1 hour or 2 hours, right? So I want to know from you, where did you meet Mukona?
Hey, dude, what? What kind of...
Those are the exact question you ask on the black couch.
Oh, I think... Where we made it. Oh, my mom is listening, and my pastor is listening as well. What you mean, bro? Okay, we met at Wits. Definitely, she's a student. She's a student there also. Okay. She was a student there also. I mean, So we met there, first year, and then here's where we are now. The rest is history. And the future is way beautiful.
Bright. It's bright.
Yeah.
I love that because when I see your Instagram, right? Because of course I had to go and Google you, and then I saw some people, because you recently bought something, right? I don't know if you want to mention that on air, but you recently bought something.
If it's on social media, then it's good.
It's good.
People.
Okay. You recently bought a car, right? And I saw somebody was like, when is the lobola thing? How do you deal around that? Did you got that during the festive season? Because I saw from the comment section a lot of people were like, why do you have to lobola? And I'm like, but why do you have to force it on him now?
Exactly, bro. Tell them, please go comment as well. I reply to that guy, why are you forcing him? But then I do get that a lot, and I've been getting it for the past years.
Sure.
So if I've been getting it, I've been surviving. I'm still gonna survive until I decide to do it. And I'll do it when the time is right. Is it Isaiah 60 or what? But that was God. Now it's me.
I'll do it. Amazing. I have someone here. I think you have a fence. Hey, Munyai Patuchedzo Ubavwani says, I would like to ask Kingsley, when will he start to drop new episodes of Diaries?
Most definitely this year. Yeah. The thing is, I'm still around, which is why I'm a choice now, because I'm still around vendor. Then we don't normally do things here because of space, equipment, everything. But then as soon as we are that side, we're going up.
Most definitely. All right. I will definitely looking forward to that. So you grew up as a pastor's kid, right?
I didn't grow up as a pastor's kid.
Yeah.
I became a pastor's kid eventually.
At what age?
I don't know, man. But then it's been a while.
High school or primary? Do you remember it was high school?
I think high school.
In high school. Okay.
But then officially university.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to know from you, did the family dynamics change now that your parents are pastors or they're involved in the church? Because I hear a lot of pastors' kids saying, Ori, like the moment who literally grow up as pastors, right? Or the moment that their parents became pastors, right? And now they are PK's kid. Now they're expected to live a certain life because they're a pastor's kid. They're supposed, the family dynamics change. Like, for example, your dad, you don't spend much time with your dad as you used to, right?
Yeah, well, I do, eh?
Okay.
I always make sure.
So nothing changed when your parents became pastors?
I wouldn't say anything changed. Like, they just leave their house a lot now to go do ministry and everything. But then they do come back in time and then we chat and everything. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, but then big ups to them. Their prayers are keeping me where I am right now. Right? Yeah.
So right now I wanted to go back to a song, right? A song that you chose, right?
Yeah.
But then I couldn't find that one, Murray, right? So I want you to choose, right? Way Up, Mbiru Yanga by JR. You know, which one should we play?
Let's do Mbiru Yanga, most definitely.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I love JR, by the way.
Okay.
From Energy FM and Choice FM.
Oh yes, most definitely. May all your wishes come true in this year. And I'm still chilling with Kingsley Mudau right here on Choice FM, right? And so I wanted to find out from about the things that you love, right? Before we get into that, your love, your heart, what you do now, and what most people know you from, right? I have a question here. It's coming through from Todani, and I was like, hey, Arandas, I was saying, but so Todani will not be happy with me, right?
Yeah.
So Todani says, what inspired you to become a content creator?
Hey, Tondani, that's a deep question, bro. Nah, it's actually a deep question.
Sure.
Okay, so to think about it, I would say I love content a lot. Oh, it's what we were talking about, remember, when I got here. So when you get that side, you don't have a TV, obviously, so you don't watch your soapies, dramas, everything. You don't listen to radio that much as you would decide. So that's when I started knowing YouTube more. And then she introduced me to YouTube actually, to some content creators, which is why I do watch female content creators a lot, even today. So that's when I was like, oh, okay, people are doing this thing, seems like a fun thing. And then I started watching reality shows. I'm like, these people are actually doing what content creators do. They're just doing it on a high level. So, and then I see the guys, everything. Because before this thing as a podcast, I was just like this normal content creator. Do YouTube here and there. I do want to get there.
Well, I want to get there.
I do want to be there, but it's fine. Let's do it.
Yeah. So it started with Kingsley and Mukwana Zot. Right?
Yeah, I've always been the Kingsley man.
Yeah, Kingsley and Mukwana Zot. I remember watching you guys on YouTube, and you will do vlogs and you will do like just Q&As there, right? So that's where the love kind of like started.
Yeah, it sparked from there, I would say. And then you see those vlogs and everything. That's what I was saying. Those are reality shows.
Yeah, that was inspired you to do it. Yeah, because you were giving us reality. It's just that you were not being filmed, right? So I want to find out from you, between the two of you guys, Ndinyi were Artom YouTube channel.
Who was it?
Between Mukwana is his girlfriend, by the way.
Hey man, the church doesn't know that. I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay, who started?
So this friend of mine, this girlfriend of mine. Wait, were you the one? I don't know. I think it was people from social media. Yeah. Because we used to join the lives Zawundika and all those things a lot before we we were the ones there. And then people were like, no, you guys should have a channel. And then channel.
Odomandika.
Yeah, he's famous. He's Facebook famous.
What is he known for?
Facebook. Lives. Yeah, the ones I'm talking about. We started there, were like 33 of us, and then you went to like 1,000 views on.
Because I remember there was a time where everybody's like, we're at Ndika, and I didn't understand. I was like, Handika nga peer pressure, but I didn't understand what was going on. So that's why I'm asking. We're like, okay.
But then there's peer pressure everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, even me doing a podcast was a peer pressure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, how did that? Yeah, I wanted to find out, how did the podcast came about?
There was a cloud of podcasts. So I was like, okay, if I do this also, in as much as I had my own vision for it, the only reason I started it is because someone heard it and it was successful. People heard them and then they were successful as well.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm gonna do mine, and then my niche is gonna be my vendor people. Although I feel like eventually
you're moving,
I might branch off.
But it's good to branch off.
Eventually.
Remember, that's what I say to you, that I don't think the Black Couch podcast, it's a vendor podcast. It's a South African podcast if you look at it.
I don't think so, man.
I'm
looking that.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the stats, and also I'm looking from the other side. I get when you're on the other side, I feel like it's a South African podcast either way. We should have more people. And
I would say that's because our people, our vendor people, they're successful and then they are everywhere. So it seems like this podcast is everywhere also. But then it's a vendor podcast. The vendor people are listening or watching from different provinces.
Sure.
Because there's vendor people in London. Hey, I brag a lot about that one.
Who watch your podcast?
There's a girl called Mufunwa. She was my classmate sometime there back then, and then now she's in London. Yeah, she's a Blakey, man.
Yeah. Okay, I want to find out something from you, right? You say a lot of things, Kingsley, on the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Things that like someone will be like, but they will be like, hey. Have you ever had an experience where you meet someone and you're like, you spoke something about them or you said something about them on the podcast and they confronted you when you met at an event or something?
I think, funny enough, they don't
say anything about
here's the thing. No. They don't confront me in person because remember, I'm not this side. I'm on the other side.
Sure.
And then my numbers are there. So I'll get calls, which is the best thing for me. Because imagine now, I'm going to talk about you, say, in April. And then you get furious. And then I'll only come back somewhere around September. You're going to be okay, man, by September. You wouldn't want to beat me.
Yeah. Okay, tell me, who has called you before?
Nah, I wouldn't tell you, man.
Why would you need to tell me?
Nah, trust me, I wouldn't tell you.
On the phone now, are like...
Most people don't even know. And you don't want to know, man. But then, just be glad I'm here.
Yeah.
But then I've gotten multiple calls. Yeah. And then I do tell these people.
Musician, was that person a musician?
Hey.
Was that a person?
Hey.
Okay, so I want to know.
But then, it's people that people know.
Okay.
Hence, I don't want to say the names.
I will go and watch again. Okay.
Watch everything.
Yeah. Would you say that you are a controversial podcaster? Like, do you think that you spark a bit of controversy? Especially with your co-host as well, because I think she also add some fire there. Like, the way she is.
No, I make the fire. She puts the petrol instead of water. She's there to assist me, but then she's making things worse, bro.
She does. That's why I'm saying like she's bold as well. She's bold.
She must be the one getting calls, not me.
But you're the owner of the podcast. Don't get us brother Enigma Nantu. Na ola opinion.
But then you know you know what happens, ne? In as much as these things are in my podcast, I always put a disclaimer in the beginning of the video. Whatever the guests say or the co-hosts say or even myself or anyone in the studio says has nothing to do with the podcast. So just leave the podcast alone. Go to that person directly. Even if it's the guest, go to them. You
guys are running away from accountability. Let me say that.
Nah, I wouldn't really say that. No, I'm not even scared to say that, man. You see this thing here, Makatu, the one that was happening, going into the question here, controversy. That thing to me, I was telling you the whole truth. I just that is not besha mutu zvino. Mara if omutu which are interesting to that point, and then what I do is give you guys what is interesting, then they have to be part of my prep all the time.
Yeah.
When I think I was doing 3 months from Makatu, and then I ran 4 weeks, which seems like 4 months. Niche because every week.
Yeah. Because pop up and on. Because once you like someone, especially on TikTok, right? Once you like it, Makatu will pop up.
Exactly.
I want to find out from you. I want you to come through with your thoughts about Makatu, right?
Yeah.
Would you say she's I don't know how to put it, right? But she is kind of like sometimes she's a problematic celebrity, right? Because of the way she's always coming up on social media, asking people to fight for her. I mean, she's a celebrity, she's a star. Is she a scandalous celebrity?
I think
is her life filled with scandal? Will you say like she's
let me say this. I'm saying this to you, T, and God bless you, T.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this only with you today on radio. The other ones I'm gonna be told.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Makatu is a spoiled celebrity.
Okay.
Yeah. You know how spoiled kids are. Yeah. Remember SABC Ribu? Yeah, that guy used to get everything from vendor people.
Sure.
Which is where she wants to go now. But then she has everything, so it's not like that to people. But then let's end it here. I don't want to go deep into this thing, Makas, because I would say a lot. I know people.
Yeah.
People have told me a lot of things about Makas. They've given me files of which I wouldn't go on podcast and say
and
this and this until she
happened.
comes to the podcast, and then I have like face-to-face conversation with her. Yeah, something like that.
Because she is the talk of the town, like everywhere, every week, every year, actually.
But then that should tell you of how big she is. Makadzi is a big brand. We don't have any bigger brand than Makadzi at the moment.
Yeah.
Not even the black are just in the level.
Sure.
Not even Misophil.
Yeah.
For me to say that.
So I want to find out from you on the podcast, right? And
Yeah.
you hear a lot of negative comments. Like there are people who like, oh,
Yeah.
what are you saying? How do you navigate that? Do you still read?
I do read comments all the time. Like, bruh, there's no negative comment that I've never read. Because comment is it's in my phone. Obviously, I'm going to see it. I always lie to people and say, nah, somewhere I'll talk to someone who do I check, but then I'm the one checking.
Sure. How does that make you feel, though?
Nah, I don't think there's that negativity in Is that negativity? I'm like, okay, this is a hater, bruh. There are people, they watch, and they're like, damn. How did this person get this one?
Yeah.
They're actually right. See?
Sure.
And then this one, you're like, nah, man, you are just a hater. You would wish to do this. And then here's the thing, they're going to say, okay, this other comment, just that girl will delete her. Because not to reply with a simple thing. Because she was like, nah, because I had clothes. Clothes, they say. So the one who won Song of the Year, Cards Radio whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was like, no, who's this person? We don't even know them. Why are you bringing them? Then I was like, that's the whole reason of this podcast.
Yeah.
For you guys to know people.
Know people, yeah.
And then, that reply just got quite a few reactions.
Sure.
And then she went and deleted
I think people just comment for clout
exactly.
as well sometimes.
Something like that.
Why would you comment at that time na cloud
Exactly.
Yes. Can I push you on the spot? And you don't have to dodge this one. I feel like you have dodged a lot of questions.
Really? Here?
You have, yeah, you have.
Have I? Which ones?
Podcast.
No, that one, yeah. Let me dodge that one.
Okay,
yeah.
so let me know. Okay, so you're not gonna dodge this one as we wrap it up.
Okay, I'll choose which one to dodge between the two.
It's just one.
No, between this one and that one that I dodged first.
Okay, I want to find out from you, ne?
Yeah.
Who is the best interview and the worst interview you've ever done?
It's gonna be a tough one. But then the worst, eh? The worst was who was the worst?
Who was the worst? You must know.
Okay, I think it was the second episode. Now it's for you guys to go find out.
Who was on the second episode?
Oh, I think it was Una Rems.
Okay.
But then it's
what
not...
do you mean? What do you mean?
Nah, you know this thing, T? You know what I do, T? Okay. Yeah. So it was a good one, I mean, and then mid-show, I think they had to go somewhere.
Sure.
He's an artist, obviously. And then, so if Australia late, and then Abakote late, in an interview, you have free that much.
Yeah, because
so you're just like, and then when I put in down, now for the conversation is not.
Yeah,
I got so I'm like, okay, I repeat. So a question just for the sake of 40 minutes, because that's what I do. Although now I want to do like just 1 hour strictly that.
Sure.
If you can't give me an hour prep, then I'm not gonna have you on the show.
Yeah.
So something like, and then the best would be. I've heard a lot, man. What Bugs, yo, Gemini. Hey, it's a lot, man.
And Bugs was actually answering most of your questions. He was not dodging. Us I got dodge.
Do you get why he's the best?
Yeah,
dodge.
That's the dodge.
I dodged one question, bro.
But anyways, that is Kingsley Mudau right here on Choice FM 101.1, your voice, your music, right? So this is how we get to wrap it up, right? We actually took longer than we're supposed to, right?
Oh.
Yeah, we had a great time. I had a great time.
Yeah, thanks.
Did you have a great time?
Yeah, I did. Ask me about it at church. We're going to church tonight, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right. This is a song that you chose. Why?
Oh, which one is it again? Oh.
Yeah.
remember, parties. I went to Wits, bruh.
All right.
Wits people are party animals. That's the last line I'm gonna say. Wits people are party animals.
All right.
So I'm from Wits, so you should know.
All the best with your career, right? Love you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, man.
So
Fist bump here.
Sure. Most definitely love the work that you're doing, and I wish you all the best, and may the grace of God, just be over you, and may the face of the Lord shine over you at all times. That is Kingsley Mudau there, and here is Dlala Tukzin, so Dlala Sonke, and it's his favorite song.